Well, good morning. It's a beautiful January morning here. I thought I would do a quick video while I'm taking a break from the building my tomato supporting structure here. This is on raised beds, which you see here in front of you. I got into this subject the end of last year because I thought it's easier, it's neater, tidier, and try and basically cut down on weeds, or make it easier to eliminate weeds, or easier to get to the weeds to get them out before it's they take over, which is, I'm sure you know, it's an absolute nightmare once it starts. So anyway, this method I'd looked up online. Basically, you put down the cardboard first on top, and then you pile compost up. Now, it was much thicker than this, but again, this was put down October last year, and the idea being that it would, the cardboard underneath would break away and the mulch on top, and then come spring add a wee bit more mulch on top again, and that's ready to use. Now, I need to put more, obviously more on here. I had to buy some compost, I didn't have enough ready. So it's an expensive way of doing it, unless you've got an awful lot of compost, so it's a good way of doing it. But I did find another way of doing it, and it's similar to what you do with your tomato plants and your potatoes and anything like that. You're doing, and basically just making a bigger trough and furrow, bigger rows. So we're over this, broke up the soil using the tiller, and then basically, as you see the line up here, this was taken out with a shovel, thrown on top. Take out a shovel load here, throw it on top, throw it on top. So I've got a 24 inch bed here, and this is roughly about the width of a shovel all the way up, so it's a nice distance for walking up and down whenever you're planting, weeding, taking care of whatever you put in here. And it's a much easier way of doing it. It's formed a nice high bed, and obviously there's going to be weeds coming through here. It's not going to eliminate weeds, but the idea being that it keeps the heat in because it's a bit deeper soil, and it's easier to work on, and it's neater looking. So rather than the method which I would normally use is single rows, this I'm going to try and see. So as you see, I've got a few up here at different stages, some covered with the weed control fabric. I don't use that laying down and put holes in it. I use that over the winter, or over periods that I'm not using the soil, basically to break down and compost the soil naturally best I can. So this was done, and as you can see, it's dry now because we've had a few days of dry, frosty weather, but beautiful soil here. And again, up this area at the top was quite overgrown with weeds because I didn't get much done to it last year, but a bit at a time. I just cover it up, and then as I'm expanding into the spring, then I'll start using that area. So it was just a quick one. Yes, it's a bit more work because you're digging out physically, making the beds down here. But having said that, you're using a wheelbarrow and expense. This one, it's costing you the labour, and whatever your machine uses. You can of course break it up by hand, but I use a motorised tiller here, and it's nice and neat. I'll give it a try, and the beauty is it's not cost me any additional money. You can put compost on top, which I've done further over there because I've made compost that was getting ready from last year. So the idea being you could add compost on top, and that'll help control the weeds coming through, and then when you're ready to plant, you've got a nice neat bed. Okay, thank you, bye.